about Pogba, because it seems like if I say about Pogba, I'm being against a black brother. But the thing is, end of the day, so yeah, for all the hype he came in with, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Fernandez, you know what I'm saying? But no, let Marcel go, man. Let Marcel go, because he need to be before, man. You know what I'm saying? Let everybody go. Go, Marcel, go. Explain to me why Pogba is the biggest flop this decade.
That World 11 black team that you did.
Oh yeah, I've seen it over to yeah.
Because if Drogba's not on that team, bro, somewhere, I'm gonna have an issue. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think he was,
bro.
I don't think he was.
He wasn't. Yeah, because don't forget, you're talking about.
You gotta remember who's in that team.
Who else? Who else after? Oh, Ronaldo. The original R9.
That's R9.
Say less. I'm wrong.
George Weah.
I'm wrong. Say less. I'm wrong.
Affinity Xtra. Be extra.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are personal and do not necessarily represent the views of Affinity Xtra.
Yo, guys, this is your boy here watching more from Affinity Xtra. This is how we do it. And I got a Crew Nation. We've got a new, no, it's not new because he's been on before. He came to the studio on I think it's episode 3. He's trying to explain that he wasn't a glory hunter for the team that we called Chelsea. He never followed the money. He was quoting players like De Gea as when he first there. But I kind of got a bit
the goalie.
Yeah, the goalie in it still. Yeah, so he's going back that far. I don't know if that's because he looked in the archives, but I go to when you remember the Craig Burley and all them man and Kareem. He's a goalkeeper. He's absolutely awful.
Karin.
Yeah. The Russian goalkeeper. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, Brev, you know, my memory can go back to Chelsea, to Paul Cannaville.
Yeah.
Get me?
Okay.
Paul Cannaville. That's what I remember about Chelsea, bro. When Chelsea fans were saying, we lost today, when really reality was it was 1-1 and Cannaville scored. But Mans was so prepared they didn't like the black dude who says we lost today. I remember Chelsea from those days, bro. Trust.
From the shed, from the shed.
Real talk, that is real talk, fam. Shed end. You couldn't see nothing black in the shed end, apart from the black trousers, fam. Apart from the black trousers, you didn't see nothing black in the shed end, fam.
Bro,
you're mad.
As ain't the Monty rising up, man. You know what I'm saying? But now,
hold on. 2-0, son. 3 minutes later, this is what I'm telling you. Everton are gonna get sucked. Dead. Don't know what Lampard's doing, bro. Me personally, I always thought Frank Lampard was too big for that job. Jano.
You think so?
Real talk. I think he's too big for that job. With no disrespect, I'm not saying he's done nothing major in his managerial career. I just think he's too big for that job.
For Everton.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, everything's gonna be a bit of a scrap, man. Ain't gonna lie, it's gonna be a bit of scrap, and you've got yeah, bro. I think
he should have carried on and went for Crystal Palace when he had the chance.
I just think that he missed the potential. You know, when people just miss to see the potential in Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace has always had that cohort of ballers, and I think Vieira just saw the opportunity.
You know what, bro? I hear what you're saying, but I'm not so sure half of them players would be there if Lampard or somebody else would be there.
You think they come there for the brother? Vieira.
A couple of the geezer that signed from Chelsea, the centre half.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he came because Vieira.
Yeah.
Even Gallagher.
Yeah. Bro, Vieira's a legend, bro. Let's be real, man. He's absolutely legend. He's a legend, man. So if Vieira calls you, Lampard calls you, sorry, I'm going to Vieira, bro, because at the end of the day still, Vieira, there's something about him, about leadership.
Bro, they're still trying to find the midfielder in the country to replace him.
Bro, for real, bro. For real.
They're still trying to find someone to replace him, man. They still talk about, the new Vieira, you know.
But, sorry, guys.
Ones like Kante. With Kante, look.
That's the thing is...
They found the new Makaleli. So you don't hear them say, the new Makaleli. It's Kante, they found him, so the search is over.
They're
still looking for the replacement to Vieira. They're still trying to find him. It's like trying to find Nemo.
Bro. So what you so ultimately what you're saying is that basically, so you're saying that Makelele and Vieira are two different types of players. Would you say that Essien was very similar to Vieira? Was he more like a Vieira? Essien. But not as good.
Nah, bro. Vieira was just different in this, because of his tall ability.
Yeah.
And I couldn't fathom with players. You knew what Vieira was going to do. That little one trick over your head, big long feet, over your head again, and be on his way. That's all he used to do, but he didn't have no other skill than that. And the long legs, obviously, for the tackling.
Yeah.
But Essien, I think Essien was. I don't think he was given the props he deserved. Me personally,
100%.
Yeah,
I think he was more of a box-to-box midfielder in my eyes.
He was a beast, bro. He was a beast, man. He was the bystander used to call him. He was a bit, bro. I was vexed when Chelsea signed him. I'm not gonna lie. I was vexed. I was the one Wenger. I said, go and get it, man. Go and get it, because if you remember, there was him and there was Diarra at Lyon. Diarra went to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
You looked a bit puzzled there, Raj. So I'm going to talk to my Chelsea bridge because you lost. You look puzzled when I said that. You look puzzled. You was like, Diarra. You was probably thinking about the little one, Lasana. The tall one.
Yeah.
And Essien and him played in that same midfield. Lyon, if you remember, that's the same. Was Juninho at Lyon then?
Yeah. Juninho. Yeah.
You understand? And I remember teams were raping Lyon that season. Diarra wins. And I remember, and I was thinking, bro, Diarra's gone, so get that geezer. And then, obviously, Jose saw what was going on down at the Arsenal with the black plane. He says, you know what, my man's got a thing down there with him darkies in the middle. I'm going to get something. I'm going to get something for him. Bond them, because them darkies in the middle are going on with things. That's the way forward. And that's what happened. He took Chelsea that next level. For me, Michael Essien took Chelsea to that next level.
Yeah, 100%. What you had at the time, you had Lampard, Essien, and was Makelele in at the same time, or was that the Makelele was there for a couple of seasons?
Nah, Makelele had gone. He was
Essien,
I think Makelele gone. By the time Essien gone, Makelele gone.
Yeah, we had John Obi Mikel as well, who I thought was terrible. But we had my man. Then we had like Duff on the wing.
You should have
Duff on the wing. Robin on the other wing.
Didn't you have what's his name? Kalu at them times.
Kalu came in slightly later, but still around the same time, yeah.
But Jose clapped it and says, get the brothers in. That's all I know. Jose says, I've seen what's going down at the road. We need some of that, bro.
Yeah.
Blackness is doing it.
But you know what's mad? African Cup of Nations used to come round, and I used to think, flipping out, we're going to lose half our team.
The whole squad
Kalu, Essien, everyone was gone from the team, bro.
The whole squad's gone, bro.
Yo, but you know what's good is what my friend said, even in the academy level, he said that when you go and play Chelsea, it's full of black boys.
All of them, bro.
And the overgrown,
London unlock. Chelsea got London unlocked.
From the time Abramovich come there, right? They signed Bearman. And they sent Bearman on loan too.
Chelsea signed man just to loan the man and get paid.
No, fool.
That's it.
If Chelsea had an Arsenal going for a man here, right? They sign him, send him on loan, Bob.
People kill Chelsea, but you know what? I rate them for what they're doing. I rate them. I don't care. I rate them what they're doing. Sign the talent, loan it out. Have a look, see what you want to give us a 15, 20 for him. Save, take it, go on. That's business, bro. Right. In any other business, a man's a shrewd businessman over there.
Yeah.
But all the haters, Chelsea are spoiling the game. Chelsea are doing this. Chelsea are spoiling the da-da-da-da-da. No, not really.
Do you know, the only thing I would say though, is for me, if I'm a player and Chelsea loan me out and season after season, I'm thinking I might get my chance in the team and I get loaned out again. After a while, I'm thinking I kind of feel like I'm in limbo because I feel like I'm still signed to Chelsea, but I'm not playing for you. I'd rather just move to another team permanently. I think
if I had a youth now and he signed for Chelsea, I'd say, bro, go to Chelsea for the 4 years, take your little teaching, what they're going to teach you, get what you can get, bounce. Unless you're exceptional and you can break into the team,
right?
Bounce.
But Anthony,
Get
that Chelsea teaching.
but the thing is, guys, for me, Chelsea though. Listen, Loftus-Cheek was another level to his age group. You know, he was beating up everybody his age group, and he couldn't even get into the Chelsea team. What's that little girl guy? What's that little Scottish guy? Something girl.
Flipping.
Is that Norwich
what's
now?
His name, man?
Is that Norwich, a Scottish dude? He's playing for Scotland.
Oh, I know
you're
midfielder.
Yeah. Every time he plays, he gets man of a match. Gilmore. He gets man of the match. You've got Obi, the right winger, Hudson-Odoi, who can't even get into the team, and Bayern Munich wanted to buy him for how much money? 40 mil or something stupid like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They wanted to get him, and he's a quality player. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is.
But that's why Chelsea didn't sell him, bro.
And Tim Abrahams now, who's at Roma now, yeah? Tammy Abrahams, he's over at Roma. Listen, these guys, the reality show is, I hear what you say, they're staying there, they're getting the money, and they're cool. You know what I mean? And they're absolutely cool because they're at a big club.
You know what, though? The thing is, for me, when I look at it, even before man like Lampard and them were there, Chelsea, if you think about it, Chelsea always was a hard squad to get into. You know, I'm going back, even when you're talking about the days of man like Petrescu, or go back to like man like Vialli, Hasselbank. Chelsea was a hard team to get into. You know, they had some ballers from day.
Yeah,
Frank Sinclair.
Yeah, if you remember, Chelsea's turnaround started when Huddle. Huddle was the first. Then when Hullit became the manager.
Hullit,
that's where it started. It started from then. Obviously, the little backstab. Backstabbed him up and that.
Yeah.
Got him in. Vialli got the job, and they took it further, and it evolved from then.
Anthony, did you think?
Because remember, Chelsea started to win trophies. Then there was winning Cup Winners' Cup. I remember they won FA Cup Winners' Cup. So there was winning trophies. Everybody said, "Oh, they only started to win trophies under Abramovich." That's a lie.
That's a lie, bro.
That's a lie. You know, I'll talk. You know me, bro. I'm real. I'm an Arsenal fan, but I talk the truth. Football's football. Knowledge, the truth is truth. And Chelsea were winning trophies, unlike a certain team in North London can talk about. before certain mans, before Abramovich come and spent the dough. Abramovich came in and took them to the next level.
That's right.
But there was winning trophies. I was thinking about it the other day. Not many teams, you know. Chelsea, I think Man U as well. I think Liverpool have won all the European trophies.
Yeah.
Cup Winners, Europa, Champions League. You know, all them little things, and I think, you see, people forget what Chelsea, you know,
Come on, man.
Where they're coming from. I mean, as a youth growing up, I know I had this one friend, Andrew Carr, lived in Perry Bar, Chelsea fan, bro. We used to annihilate this. Bro, you think Tottenham fans have it bad? You think Tottenham fans have it bad? Bro, he was getting it on top because you thought Chelsea, bro. You're probably the only black geezer on this earth. We used to give him all that, fam, bro. This geezer used to get pelters, fam. Bro, do you know where Chelsea is? Have you ever been to Chelsea? You won't even go Chelsea as a fan, bro. With the top on and everything. We used to start, bro. We used to get
back in the day. Back in the day.
Bro.
You talking about back in our days.
Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in the day, from when they used to wear that grey and orange kit.
The grey and orange thing. Oh my God.
The Cools. You remember the Cools one?
The Cools, man. The Cools, yeah, man. The Cools.
Shocking. It was frightening.
And then the funny thing is that they suddenly became the team of Africa, boy. When once Drogba and all them man come in, because they had all the top African players in the squad.
They went motherland, bro.
Jose, that's what I'm trying to say. African brethren, Bob. When I say something about their family, they all support Chelsea.
To the next level. Jose took it to the next level, bro. Jose says, bro, I've seen what Wenger's doing down Arsenal, winning doubles and that. What's he doing it with? A few little white players, but some serious darkies.
Facts.
Some serious darkies. So we need to go and get... everybody's looking for a tall prototype Vieira. Mourinho's gone. I'm going to go for the point size. My man. Because physicality to physicality, Vieira's not pushing over Michael Essien.
Yeah.
Let's have that right.
Yeah.
He ain't pushing over Michael Essien.
And Anthony, did you rate? You know, we talking about black players at Chelsea, and you talked about the original one. Paul Cannavale, yeah. Do you remember? Of course, you remember him. Is it Elliot, the guy with the Jericho? I call him Jericho.
Paul Elliott.
Paul Elliott, yeah.
Elliott,
Did you rate him?
He was all right. He was okay.
Because remember, he got his leg broke up by.
He went to Italy, innit? He went to Italy.
Yeah. But remember,
he got Pizza. I think he played for a team called Pizza.
Pizza, yeah.
Pizza. And then he came to Chelsea. Yeah, I do remember him. Didn't think he was anything special.
Do you remember him, Marcus?
He was all right, though.
He was the first division during time, weren't they?
He was a good player, but I didn't think he was anything good. I'll tell you what, one player you've mentioned that I feel he should have left Chelsea. Loftus-Cheek. I think he deserves to be playing every week.
Brother, I agree 100%. His potential, bro, should have already been realised by now because he's amazing. Bro, but he can't flourish in that Chelsea team. He needs to go somewhere else.
Bro, anytime I'm on FIFA Pro, my midfielder, bro.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro, he's sick, bro.
Give me the ball in that. It's good night, bro. Because Loftus-Cheek can do things that man. People forget Loftus-Cheek went World Cup, you know.
Yeah, brother. Yeah.
But the thing is,
World Cup, bro.
But
the thing is, though, I don't know how true it is. Yeah, you know, myself might be able to tell me more because you don't know that's his team here. But I was hearing part of the reason he wasn't getting opportunities he should have been getting was because he had a kind of thing about him, kind of like my man, what's his name, Pennant, where like his head wasn't totally
on the
game the way it should have been.
I think, you know what it is? He's injury prone. And if you will remember correctly, when we had Iron Robin, he was always injured. Like, you see, before he went to Madrid and that, and Bayern, Robin was sick, but he was always injured, bro. I remember playing
true,
ISS Pro Evolution Soccer.
Yeah, man.
And his injury prone was A. I remember that on the game.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I remember A.
Yeah.
Trust me, bro. You put man in your team, and man's always got the black arrow down for his form.
Bro. Literally. So Ruben is similar, and I think after a while it affects your mental health, bro, because he can play, but he's always injured. So there's always that.
And if you remember as well, when he flourished, when we saw him, is when he went Palace on loan. When he was at Palace on loan, he was bossing things, fam. He was bossing games, bro. He was boss. I don't understand why no teams have put in and tested Chelsea's resolve about it and make him, make him have to make a decision.
Right.
I don't understand why no teams have done that for him because he's Loftus-Cheek is quality, fam.
But then here's the question, though, with the potential that he has. If he goes to a team like, I don't want to make it sound bad, but less than Chelsea in terms of what you would expectations, is he going to flourish there and be able to achieve the stuff he could possibly achieve at Chelsea?
Well, bro, as I said, he went to Palace, and Palace didn't have those players. They ain't got the players that they got now.
He was on loan. That's what I'm saying. He was always come back.
He's on loan, but he's a player.
For me, he's the kind of player that, with his quality, if he gets first team, he deserves to be winning trophies. So I'm saying, if he goes to other teams now,
but this is what I'm saying.
Almost be missing that.
It depends what kind of clubs. It depends what kind of caliber. This is what I'm saying. I don't understand why bigger clubs there. Okay, probably Man United screaming out for a midfielder, screaming.
They got Fred, bro. They don't need him.
We don't need him, bro. We got Fred, bro. We got Fred,
bro. They don't need him.
I'm trying to have a serious football conversation, and you're telling me we got Fred. You understand what I'm saying?
Fred.
Come on, bro. This is a serious conversation we're having here.
Brother, Fred is not, bro. I'm sorry. Fred cannot class himself as a Brazilian footballer, bro. Man was supposed to be Brazilian, bro. Man was from Ecuador.
Fred has become the joke in this podcast, bro. Fred Maguire become the joke in this podcast, boy.
Listen.
All right, then. Here's one for you, Raj.
Go on.
Who's worse, Raj?
Go on.
Fred or Jemba?
Sorry. Oi, Jemba was better than Fred.
Nah. Fred's better than Jemba, guys. Yeah, Jemba got sacked twice. He got sacked after one season.
All right then, I'll go Brazilian for Brazilian.
Go on.
Fred or Cleberson?
Cleberson, bro. I'd say Cleberson.
Oh, you know why I would?
No, so do I.
Yeah,
Cleberson was a better baller for me. I remember Cleberson in the World Cup.
Yeah. Cleberson's better. No, Cleberson's better. But
to tell you the truth, I've never seen Fred in the Brazil team. I don't know if he gets picked in that. I don't know.
No, he does. He's going on
He
with
gets in the
things, man.
squad.
Yeah,
He
no,
gets in the squad.
Does he get game?
No, he gets game, man. He's starting now.
No, he does. I've seen him play for Brazil.
Yeah, man.
I've seen him play.
He set up the goals, bro. He's setting up.
Brazil must have already
Brazil must
qualified
be
them.
suffering then, boy, because there's a time a man like Fred could never get into a Brazil squad.
Never into the Brazil team 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Never.
Yeah, never, bro. Never.
Bro, man had Gilberto Silva and all the man there, so you know what I mean? And they had
Reda.
Yo. And the thing is, Brazil had midfielders that don't even look like midfielders, but they just luck off the game, man. You know what I mean? Like Donga.
Gilberto Silva's really naturally was a centre half.
I
agree.
They played him in midfield. He's a centre half nationally. Because when he left Arsenal, he went to Panathinaikos, played there for a few seasons at centre half.
Wow.
Now,
Gilberto.
Now, fair play to him. Fair play to him.
Fred can't even play midfield. No matter centre half.
Let's go there. But listen, going back to 200% Chelsea, Marcel, we raised the issue now about not where issue. We talk about Loftus-Cheek and for me Hudson-Odoi, two players that 2 seasons ago were looking like they was going to step into your team. But then Chelsea does what Chelsea does. It just spend Abramovich money because it's there. You know what I'm saying? They bought Pulisic. They bought Werner. Yeah, I'm saying. Now, for me, Loftus-Cheek and Hudson-Odoi start over Werner. Werner should not even be on the pitch before them two. That's my personal opinion. Yeah?
You know what? Let me just, I have to comment on this one. I know it's for you, Marcel, because I have to say, yeah.
Get off your chest.
I think it's very easy to talk about Werner like that because we forget what he was doing before he came to Chelsea. Man was banging things up. You know what I'm saying? And that's why Chelsea went for him. I just don't know what's happened since he's come to Chelsea. I don't know if it's a case of the style of play is completely changed or the way they're using him. I don't know. But he was doing bits before he came. So, when Chelsea signed him, my first thought was, that dude, top player, straight into the first team. That was what I thought of Werner. That's how highly I rated him. So I don't know what's happened since then to, really change things up. And you see it happening at other clubs as well. You know what I'm saying? Players leave, come to a top team, and then suddenly they're not the player that you thought it was. I mean, look, we were talking about a man like Sancho that was doing it in Germany, and it took him forever to come and start doing it over here. I don't know. Werner, for me, I think he's still got talent. I think in the right team, right manager, he'll flourish. Similar to what's going on with Coutinho at Villa right now. Coutinho's going about bits at Villa right now.
Phil Coutinho looked like he was at Anfield the other day. Wearing red and that.
I'm telling you,
Gerrard was next to him. Yo.
Listen, that was always good for me. That was gonna work. I rate Coutinho. It's just I feel like he just didn't for Barcelona. He just tried
3-0, Harry Kane.
Oh,
36 minutes.
They're ahead of us right now.
Everton hasn't even scored one. Flip.
Bro, listen, man.
Bro, the good thing about it is Frank Lampard showed a bit of compassion and he's left Dele probably on the bench or something because he's not started.
Oh, man.
So,
what's
his name? Is my man from United there?
I don't think.
Yeah, he started. He started. He's there. Yeah, he started. Yeah.
He just got buoyed off in the midfield.
Yeah, man. That's why he's there. Literally still. But listen, Marcel, what you saying about Pulisic and Werner? How are you feeling about them two brothers? Because they're obviously blocking.
I rate Pulisic though.
Yeah.
Still, as American.
Yeah, definitely.
Pulisic. Sorry to cut you, Master. Werner,
okay, bro.
I feel sorry for him still in the sense of because if you remember before Lampard, he was Anfield bound from what I would recall. He was supposed to be him and Klopp. Sign seal. Oh, Werner's going to Liverpool.
Yeah, that's correct.
And then from out of nowhere, you heard Chelsea have signed Timo Werner for stupid millions. Stupid millions, and I was like, okay, because again, my thoughts of the German league is, it's about 3 levels better than Scotland, to be fair, but.
Sorry. Wow. And you know
I'm
what?
just being honest, bro, because there's only.
No, it's true.
There's only Bayern and Dortmund. Who wins the league if it's not Bayern or Dortmund? Who wins the league?
It's true.
If it's Bayern.
Sorry. Leverkusen, I forgot. Let me put them in there because they might get a bit of...
See, a couple of the teams over there not the same as they used to be, because Leverkusen and Werder Bremen used to be top teams.
People say Leverkusen because they got to the one Champions League final with Zidane and that, so, you know. Berbatov made Leverkusen famous.
Berbatov, come on.
Let's have it right.
But Schalke,
you know what, yeah?
Schalke's a big club though as well. Schalke used to be do bits as well.
They used to be,
they used to be bits, but they just misspend the money and they're just stuck. Remember when Raul went to Schalke?
Yeah.
After Madrid,
After Madrid, yeah.
And I'm sure Ragnick was there. Ragnick was,
took an easy league, went to an easy league, carried on doing his thing. You know what I mean? Like Messi took the easy way out.
You know what?
Could have phoned up Pep and says, Pep, here what, my contract's knackered at Barca. I can come to you for free. Let me come Manchester, bro. My man's gone over to the Red Half. So let me come and show you what I want. That's what Messi should have done, but he bottled it and he went to Paris.
Yeah, man, simple. Right, guys, listen, Marcus, Anthony, let Marcel answer this now. Marcel, finally get to about the Pulisic and Werner coming in to take over the spots of Hudson-Odoi and Loftus-Cheek. Cheek. Sorry, guys, I'll come from the gym here, so I'm tired. But listen, how are you feeling about that as a black Chelsea fan?
Come from the gym doing your 10 press-ups.
Oh, shut up, bro.
Right, this is what I'll say. Pulisic.
Go on.
Pulisic, for me, Pulisic is amazing. Okay, Pulisic is amazing. I think that was an incredible buy. I think we bought him the season before we bought Werner and Havertz. Yeah. But what I'd say about Werner is this. Now, there's two things to highlight here. The first thing is this. You see, when a man busts up a league like the Bundesliga, bruv, when you come to the Premiership, a different world, bruv. We all know this. The Premier League is on a different level to any other football league in the world. It's like when we bought Shevchenko, bro. Yeah, I still believe in my heart that we bought him in his prime. Yeah, when he was busting up at AC Milan, and he came and scored 7 goals in one season, bro. 7 stinking goals. Frank Lampard scored more goals than him in that season, bro. So I think when you come to the Premiership, bro, if you can't hack the roughness of it, for want of a better term, the kind of rough and tumble of the Premiership. Listen, bro, defenders from Brighton will put you on your back like no one's there to play games. And I think Werner was shocked when he came because he's quick. Yeah, he's quick, but man will push you over, man will slide tackle you. And I think if you watch his highlights in the Bundesliga, he's just running past man like it's nothing and scoring 50 plus goals in it. So I think for him, he came, he was shocked, confidence went down, and I don't think you can revive that in the Premiership. Once that happens for you as a striker, I don't think there's any coming back from that. So he needs to go. Kai Havertz needs time. He's great, he's amazing. He's not as great as the media make out. He just needs time to grow. That's all Kai Havertz needs. And that's what I say. And then the second thing is this. Chelsea have had this thing, bro. I don't know who put juju over us or some black magic over us strikers. But ever since Drogba has gone, the only good striker we've ever had is Diego Costa. Every other striker that's come has flopped. Bro, we've had we've had Higuain, we've had Falcao, we've had flipping Morata. And bro, this is what gets me. Morata came, bro, and did all right. He went to Juventus and started bossing off. This is what I don't understand.
Bro, so you've answered the question yourself there, though.
Well, yeah.
The Italian League and the Premiership.
Two different
Italian League and the Premiership.
Yeah.
Because let's be real, Morata is not all that. He's not all that.
Even though he scored yesterday, he scored Saturday.
I don't rate him, being personally.
But you know what? Costa,
bang average. I think he's bang average.
Yeah, well, you know what? Even Diego Costa, when he was there, and maybe someone else can shed some light on this, because I still don't understand as a Chelsea fan to this day why he went back to Atletico Madrid. But when he was here, he was bossing off, bro.
He fell out with your manager, with Conte, innit?
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Conte, innit?
Him and Conte boss up.
Conte, I told him, phoned him, said, listen, I don't need you in my squad next year, find club.
But Marcel, sorry. For me, Marcel, there's one statement you made that I totally disagree with. You know, I'm a Shevchenko fan. When he's at Milan, bro, yeah, if he was at his prime, he would boss up. Like George Weah, they come over to England a bit too late for me, yeah? And I think that for me, Shevchenko at his prime, Anthony may testify to this when he was at Milan. As far as I'm concerned, I think if he was at his real prime, I think he would have done it for Chelsea.
When did we buy him? When did we buy him?
What's that? He was in his. He
what
was in
season did we buy Shevchenko?
You bought him.
When did Moorinho come?
Moorinho came 0405.
0405. He bought him in 06. Because remember, my man bought him. Moorinho didn't want it.
Yeah,
Moorinho didn't want it.
No, he didn't.
It was Abramovich just buying toys.
But watch this.
Yeah. Go.
Milan just won the Champions League, right?
Yes.
They just won the Champions League with Shevchenko. So, for me, okay, even if it's at the latter part of your prime, you should be coming to the Prem and putting away goals, bro.
You know what? On the flip side, you could say this, that okay, Drogba had gone. Chevy comes here.
Yeah,
I was looking in this sense.
He's still there, and
he's still there. Drogba
was he still there?
Yeah, Drogba was there.
Yeah.
The way I look at it is like this year, and this is part of the problem that I think some managers have now as well. Not even just at Chelsea at the time, is that you have a man like Drogba doing bits. You bring in another striker here, right? You can't play the same way with that striker as you were doing with Drogba. Every striker is different. Do you understand?
True.
So my man Shevchenko, the team was engineered around him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? When he was at Milan. So he was able to do his bits. He's coming there, right? And it's a case of, okay, Drogba's not on the pitch, you come and do what he's doing. And he's a different kind of player. Drogba, the way Drogba drops off, guards the ball. Chevy's not doing that for you.
That's a good point.
So
that's a good point.
I think if you see you're going to be on Chevy, then you have to say, let me put two-man on the sides or whatever to come in and support him on wings, whatever it is, so he can do his job. He can't do a Drogba job. And the thing is, you look at it, and then, like you said, the question, and that's the question everybody had, is, what's happened to his stats? Because at Milan, man's doing the thing. He's come here, and we get a goal every 5 games. I mean, we're lucky. Do you know what I'm saying?
Honestly,
but I think it's down to how the team managed the players. Because again, you can't. In some situations, you can do a like for like. So, for example, if Werner had come to Liverpool, we were looking at the time we was going to offload Shaqiri, and for me, he could have come in on the wings, similar to how like Salah and Mane are, and he would have fit into that kind of thing. But if you're going to put Werner as an out-and-out striker up front here, right? That's a different style of play again. Do you know what I'm saying? So you have to kind of engineer if you want to get the best out of your players, you have to, especially strikers, because they're the pinpoint of your attack. You have to engineer your team in a way that striker can do what he needs to do. Do you know what I'm saying? Because right now, man, like for example, like Levy, I personally don't think if Levy came to Man City that he would produce, because the way Man City play here is very ticky-tacky on the ball. Levy relies on those crosses in and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to give you a Sterling and then man give you dribbling past defenders and whatnot. So that's not my fault anyway.
That's a very good point, That's a very good point.
For me,
can I just nip in here, Raj?
Yeah.
I noticed we're sticking on Chelsea. Or weren't we going to the theatre of flops? Let's talk about that.
But the thing is, the problem is,
you don't talk. Anytime you take it up this kisser, you don't talk.
But I don't talk. I'm here.
End of the show till we get there. No. Forget the Chelsea talk now.
Okay, cool.
Let's talk about Saturdays, weekend results, and let's start off at the theatre of flops.
Wait, it was Sunday, so we can look at it afterwards. No.
Whatever day it was, the theatre of flops. Let's talk about them.
Okay, cool.
Hold on. It's only Watford. The team that you couldn't beat. You took 4 points of you this season, but it's only Watford.
Okay, guys. This guys. Listen. Remember, there's no skipper, there's no Lance. And there's no.
What's your point? There's one Arsenal fan here. There's one Liverpool fan. There's one Chelsea and one Satan FC.
Okay. I will take the hits for all the other guys out there. But no, okay.
As you heard in my message, I says, Raj, you should be. I don't know why you keep inviting Skipper and Mello. I don't know why you do it, bro. Because one thing I've noticed, I don't know if Marcus has clapped on, but I've noticed anytime Man United take it up, get their pants pulled down and the buttons tickled, Your geezers leave you on the front line with the white flag.
Oh my God.
All the time, fam.
Hey, bro, listen, but
All of the time.
I'm gonna click that, you know, so they could definitely hear it. But all right, guys,
Yeah, click that, bro.
I'm gonna click that. Yeah,
Liverpool lose, you're gonna see me. Liverpool win, you're gonna see me.
Yeah.
That's
No,
right.
straight.
That's right. Talk the team.
I'm here, man. I'm stuck here. But no, definitely for me.
Yeah,
again,
but you're avoiding it, bro. You're there, but you avoid it.
I'm about to
Wait
talk
till
it.
like
No, I'll talk it.
and you'll say, "Oh, we got 5 minutes now, and we're going to talk about." Don't try.
All right. I'm trying to talk it, but I'm trying to talk. All right, guys, I'm trying to talk it. All right, wait. This is where I'm at with Man United still. Yeah, you know what I mean. End of the day.
No. Let's get a proper intro.
Okay,
Now we're at the part of the show where we're going to talk about the weekend results. Marcus? Who do you want to start with today?
You know, and I think we will start with United, you know.
I think that's Marcel. No, hold on, Marcel. You're a special because you haven't been on for ages. Who do you think we should talk about today? Oh, looking over the weekend results. What team do you think we should start with first?
Yeah, I think we should go with the Manchester derby. You know, to be fair.
Great call. That is absolute great shout. Raj,
Okay.
let's talk about it.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the before you even get out there. For me, you've got a toxic.
You dropped his top striker.
Yeah,
Ronaldo,
yeah.
Because his sister's tweeted, "My brother's not injured. My brother's not injured."
Yeah. But I can't answer for that. One thing I can answer for.
I'm just telling you, bro. I'm just giving you facts. You don't have to answer. I'm just telling you.
Yeah. What I would say, what I would say is still, to be honest, it's a mess that for me it's been built up, and I've said this before on the show over time. For me, you had a Moorinho situation from when Moorinho. The season when he wanted to buy some defenders and he was vexed in the USA and he had one first team player and I remember he was sitting there vexed, yeah, and he crashed at that season, yeah. From that moment on, as much as Ali covered the cracks and you gotta think about it, we were second last season, you know what I'm saying? And you're thinking, what on earth is gone? But that was the season when Liverpool lost Van Dijk and was not even Van Dijk, the whole of their defence. And it's a season when Chelsea got a bit confused because of switching over managers and there still, yeah. And Arsenal just got Arteta and just settling in with that still, yeah. Now these guys are settling down and getting their movements, and all these teams now. Man United now is just caught with the pants down. You know, into the players are absolutely disgraceful, and actually Man United just has a team. And let's be real, from Greenwood to Pogba to Rashford to Lingard to all these guys really represent the worst of today's generation of footballers. Because let's be real, guys.
So what did you just say? Just repeat that part. I didn't quite catch that because I was reading Marcel's message, penning me up.
Okay, cool. What's he saying there? You say, for me, all these players, Greenwood, you got like Pogba, Rashford, and all these guys, and Lingard, and all these business. They represent the worst elements of footballers of today, right now.
All the black players, then.
No.
Just named all the black players represent the worst element of Man United.
Okay, I can carry on.
I'm just clarifying it. That's all. I'm just clarifying.
Majority of Man United team is black now. You know what I'm saying. You got the likes of let's look in defence. For me, I do think we missed out Varane. I think that Varane and Lundberg is the best partnership. But Maguire, awful this season. I think since
Varane
I think the best partnership this season for Man United is the Varane and
yeah.
And my God, the Swedish brother, yeah.
Lindelof.
And when you got Wan-Bissaka is, I don't know what's happened to him now. Luke Shaw is he's dead in the water. And sometimes, you know what these guys mean? When I watch the Man United in the derby now, and you're looking at Keenan who's commentating, and you look at the team again, and there's so much you think. You could go out there with a Brian Robson. I've watched Man United with Brian Robson on the pitch, with Roy Keane on the pitch. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Even down to Rooney on the pitch, man, running around, ready to book up a man's leg, yeah, still, yeah. And you're looking at these Rashford, Lingard, all these guys coming to the end of their contracts. I'm just like this. You know what? Like I watch a lot of the Man United YouTube commentaries, and the reality show is everyone's like this. Bond these players. Let's just get to the new manager. Bond them all. Don't even sign up the new contracts. Like Richard was getting vexed about Pogba. Like I said, I'm not saying Pogba. It's not all down to Pogba. Far from it. McTominay, Fred not good enough. McTominay's a modern day Fletcher. He should be just coming on and off the bench. Fred shouldn't be at Old Trafford. Nor should be Pogba. You know what I mean? And all these guys that are not able. Listen, when we play football, guys, yeah, and you're 2-1, you're 2-1 down, you're grabbing your team up and you're going, yeah, let's go again. These guys ain't got no let's go again in, and everyone's looking at the manager. But what we had to show is the squad is toxic, straight toxic. You know what I'm saying?
Let me put this to you, Roger. Yeah, right. Do you think part of the problem?
United now, I was laughing before he said the team.
Do you think the part of the problem about United now is that you guys, similarly to Tottenham, still think that you're a top 4 team and you're not?
Bro, I don't think it's. Bro, I don't think it's nothing about thinking about no top 4 team. I just think the ballers.
I'll tell you why I say that, because I think, for me personally, based on how things are now, I would count United as a top 4 team. And if United don't count themselves as a top 4 team, I think they'll be more realistic in terms of their expectations and how they manage the teams. So, even your managers that you have in, when you have top guys like Van Gaal, Moorinho come in there, yeah, right? You'll give them the necessary time to change the team around.
Yeah.
The only thing with Moorinho is that he's more the guy that he just spends money but doesn't manage the team for me. But in general, I feel like you need to get a manager in there that's going to really truly understand the whole Man United philosophy and bring you guys back there. And he's given the time to change your team. While he's doing that, the pressure shouldn't be on there. Okay, we need to be in the top 2. We need to be in the top 4. I think you need to get back to your playing football the way that Man United have been associated with, and then I think things will change.
I'm doing 100%, but bro, this is what I'm saying to you, bro. The fans are not even expecting nothing now, bro. Everyone switched off, bro. Literally everyone. But the thing is, under Oli, they tried to give a manager that they should never have given the time. Yeah, and for me, if you've given a manager, they had a time when they could have got and I know Anthony doesn't rate Poch, yeah, but Poch is a better than Ali as far as I'm concerned, yeah. And if
better.
You know what I'm saying, so far as so for me, if you had a Poch or a different or actual manager who had a bit more experience, and sometimes, guys, I think sometimes we forget some of where some of the great managers come from. Ferguson did an amazing job in the Scottish League. Now we could argue and say that the Scottish League is some side thing and whatever.
It is, but you've got to, when you look at that, you have to rate Ferguson, because Ferguson wasn't managing Rangers
Celtic. He was at Aberdeen.
Managing Aberdeen. So what he done, that's what you know. What he did with Aberdeen.
I have a question.
Remember, Aberdeen went and beat Real Madrid in the Cup Winners' Cup final. John Hewitt scored the winner. I don't forget them things.
But
also, when it comes to Ferguson, you have to remember as well, that
he had 5 years, man.
I rate Ferguson 100%. What he's accomplished here at Man United been brilliant. But let's not forget that he also was a very lucky man, because before them couple players came in, he was on the verge of getting the sack, you know.
Yeah. But I was watching the game, man.
The one the FA Cup,
FA Cup, man.
Suddenly he had these couple players coming in all at the same time, seemingly, and things changed. But the guy was there at United and he was about to be gone. And then all that Man United history would be wiped out.
I remember watching, there's a thing on Netflix, I think it's about when Fergie, remember he had something happened to his head? He had the operation.
Yeah.
And if you watch the documentary, and it talks to his son, and it's talking about that time when he used to come home, and his son said to him, Dad, you need to leave, bro. You need to go, bro. He told his dad, you ain't cutting it here, man. You're not doing it. You just need to go, Dad. Look, just go, Dad. Because the abuse that obviously the press was putting the pressure on, and all that, and it got to the family and that, so it was affecting the family.
Yeah.
And he was saying like, Dad, you need to just allow it, man.
Yeah, man.
Just cut your losses and go.
Yeah.
And Fergie talks. He says there was something in him. So he says they're gonna have to sack me. I'm not walking away from this job.
Yeah, man.
They're gonna have to sack me.
Mark Robinson,
great manager, absolutely great. But for me, I think he's a great manager. But again, I think props ain't given to the greats at Anfield, Bob Paisley, Joe Fagan. I don't think they get the props. There was no, seriously, because they were doing everything. For everything Fergie's done, they've done pro. Bob Paisley.
Is that from the 80s?
Nah,
was that in the 80s?
That's 70s, 80s. So before
he's winning European Cups when it was just European Cups. League winners playing league winners. not finishing fourth playing first or finishing second playing fourth. It was the champions of the champions of champions.
The Ian Rush.
But Anthony, don't you rate the Busby Babes, where literally his whole team got killed off in the plane? And then within X amount of years, you know what I mean, to raise a man like George Best and all them business and come back with Bobby Charlton and to win the European Cup, you have to think about it. That's quite amazing.
Yeah, great. What Matt Busby did,
you know what I'm saying?
What Matt Busby did was great.
You know what I'm saying?
Can't knock it.
Because
can't knock it, but you
don't get a team wiped out. The trauma from that, bro, yeah, and literally, they said literally within a week they're putting a team out, bro. You know what I'm saying? To play a league game. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And bro, people don't do them things there still, yeah, bro. These days, man, they call the season off. You know what I'm saying?
They did that in Brazil when that team in Brazil.
Plane crash. They've
reformed and done so. But I mean, Matt Busby, you can't knock what he did. I mean.
And George Best was
George Best was.
But let's go back to the game though, bud.
Okay, cool.
Let's get back.
Okay, cool.
Lack, bro.
No, it's absolutely lack, guys. Listen, I am not going to be coming up here and talk about how good Man United. I have to say, and I have to repeat, people might not. One thing I like about Ragnar, he's not doing a system to compensate for weak players. Is actually exposing how weak our midfield is. You know what I'm saying? Because far as I'm concerned, you know what I'm saying, player for player, like it was at one stage. I remember when Maguire was it the third goal where it came off Maguire and he went in. And you're thinking, this geezer, from the moment he got in trouble over in on holiday. And England, his career's just been nose diving down. You know what I'm saying? And bro, I don't know what's going on. What's that?
He's your pal, so you should have a word with him because you're the only geezer on this thing who rates him. You understand?
Listen, guys.
I think he's an £8 defender, not 80 million. £8, and I'm being kind. I'm being kind, bro, because I've played with better centre halves on a Sunday. Talk.
But you got to be.
Talk. Harry Maguire is he's got to be the most overrated player.
He's getting battered right now.
Times.
He's getting battered.
Well, I said in the last podcast, Bob, the amount of money United spent on Maguire, right, bought Liverpool, Salah and Mane.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
But the thing is, for me, there still, to be honest, guys, end of the day, still, the whole team is just is a hot mess. They got no lead. It's like when you look at the team. This is what I said to you guys. I look at the team. You look at the team and you're thinking, you're looking at experienced players, and I have to shout at the likes of Pogba, Fred. These guys are 29, 28. These guys are mature players. You got Maguire, De Gea. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at them players.
Bro, you can't call De Gea's name, fam. You can't call. He's the only one who.
I'm not saying he's playing terrible.
I've justified my place. He's the only player at Man United.
I'm not saying he's playing, but
you know what? I'm supposed to get paid this week.
No.
But it goes back to what I'm saying as well. That sometimes it must be more than just the players as well, man. Because
but
if you look at the United team,
I think it starts from the top. I think Man United have got a problem from upstairs. You lot are looking on ground level to the team manager.
Yeah,
bro.
If you look at your players that you've got now and you list them down here, name by name, you've got players in your team that at the moment could still walk into most teams.
Your squad
around the road.
You're mugging the fans off, bro. Your squad is mugging your fans off. You're mugging off the fans.
Most teams will take Pogba, Bruno Fernandes,
like
and all them guys.
Like Marcus says, come on. Look, I
agree.
Okay, Cristiano Ronaldo, Edson Cavani, Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho. Them 4 names alone, fam.
Should be doing
4 names alone.
Even Lingard.
That is your front 4. That's your front 4. That is. That's your front 4.
That's somebody else's all-star team, bro.
Yeah. That's your front 4, blood. That is your front 4. That is there.
But the thing is, Marcus.
You got to look at this, Raj.
The culture. I said that's the beginning. It's the culture. It's a culture in the squad.
Like Marcus said
it's toxic.
At the beginning, when we asked you the question about the problem is you lot think you're entitled to top 4, you think so, and I understand where Mark is coming from, because if you remember way back when Liverpool just got to try and win the league, Liverpool had that we're supposed to be the top, all these managers to come, Gerard Houllier, Liverpool's supposed to be the top. They always struggled until they found a manager who was comfortable wherever they finished. He was comfortable. Jurgen Klopp, he was comfortable. He came in, he didn't come with no big talk. He just said, calm, do what he's doing, and he was comfortable. And you just watch. Everybody's still watching United, Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool were doing what they're doing in the background. Nobody paid them no mind till they started to churn the wheels now.
Let me add on to that as well, Anya, because it's similar to what we were saying before. The other thing that Klopp did, which I think United struggle with as well, is Klopp didn't come in and just try to sign big name. We're weak here, right? We're going to bring in a guy that can come and do a job here. We're weak there, we're going to do a job here. United just look, okay, we can get Pogba. We can get this guy. We can get this guy. Oh, Maguire's there. We'll give him 8 mil. You know what I'm saying? So you was just like signing guys left, right and centre I felt like without no real strategy. Because like I said before, if you bring in Pogba, the job that he can do, there was no need to go and sign Fernandes. Do you know what I'm saying? Because Pogba can do that job. Then you would be bringing on a man like Lingard when like if Pogba's injured or whatever, just to fill in the gap. Fernandes didn't need to be there. And the same thing to some of your other positions as well. You sign guys, like you pay all that money for Maguire. He's not doing any job better than any other centre-back he already had there before either. So I feel but the thing is, Marcus, everything from the management to the strategy of your recruitment, everything is just like lacking.
But, you know, I hear you, but the thing is, I agree with what Marcel's saying there, and I think, listen, he's a black baller, and I know you guys always cost me because I go in on him, and we always go in on Fred and his hairstyle, fantastic hairstyle, you know what I'm saying? But the reality show is, guys, you know, I agree with you, you know, Marcel, let's go in about how you feel about Pogba, because it seems like if I say about Pogba, I'm being against a black baller, but the thing is, end of the day, so for all the hype he came in with, you know what I'm saying? Fernandes, you know what I'm saying? But no, let Marcel go, man. Let Marcel go, because you need to be before, man. You know what I'm saying? Let everybody go. Go, Marcel, go. Explain to me why Pogba is the biggest flop this decade.
Bruv, I just think not even so much for what you paid for him, because what you paid for him at the time was worth it, because what he was doing in Italy, bro, with Juventus was silly. His age as well, all of that, you have to take all of that into account. This was going to be probably your best midfielder, bro, in a long time, after, you know, man like Scousy and that. Not like Scousy, but after him, you get me? He was going to be the best, bro, for at least for another 10 years. And, bro, every time you see a glimmer of something, you think, that's Pogba. That's the... Bro, even me as a Chelsea fan, I've wanted this geezer to manifest all his potential. And you see him, you just think, bro, he either looks lazy, doesn't run back, he doesn't work hard enough. He's got the skill set in his locker. But you know when you only see it really is when he plays for France. When you see Paul Pogba play for France, bro, you see a totally different Pogba. And you think to yourself, where are you in the Premiership, bro? You need to be doing all the stuff that you're doing in France, and maybe because Kante is next to him or behind him, so he has more free flow to do what he wants, moving forward and attacking and that. But bro, I'm telling you, his potential, what he should have been by now, brother, the biggest flop. It's not so much the money for me, you know. It's what he could have been, bro. That's the most heartbreaking.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying, Marcel. Great points. For me, this is how I see it. Now, you play football, whatever position, Marcel, I'm going to look at that geezer plays up front for Chelsea, centre forward. So I'm thinking, I bought this geezer, Marcel, banger. But I play him on the right wing. But I expect him to go on like he was going on at centre forward. That's what Man United have done, because when they bought him from Italy, Pogba plays on the left.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't even know that.
Pirlo.
Yeah, Pirlo.
With Pirlo on the left.
Wow.
Pirlo was in the middle.
Right.
And it was, I'll tell you who else is there, plays for Inter, Vidal. That was Juventus' midfield. Pirlo, Vidal, Pogba on the left.
Vidal on the right, and Pirlo in the middle.
Pulling strings. So he was going on with things, scoring some stupid goals off the left, spectaculars. So Man United have thought, we used to have him. He's really a centre midfielder, you know. So if we bring him, we're going to bring him back. But you brought him back, but you expected him to do them left midfield, going on with things like he was on the left. Right. So that's where the problem is. So you can't buy a player. They've done it with Timo Werner. Down the middle, but now they're playing him on the left because he can't put it.
It doesn't make sense.
When he was bought, played down the middle.
Yeah.
No, you can't buy a player and then put him in a different position and expect, oh, but he's a footballer, he's world class and he's this and he's that. No.
But Anthony, Thierry Henry did that.
Huh?
Yeah, but Raj, you know why
Raj,
you know why that's different?
Henry got it, bro. Henry got it.
Exactly. And Henry was young, you know. So Wenger had time to shape him and form him.
Because if you remember, as you says, if you remember when he first come, bro, I was different. Send him back to Italy. Man can't score. Man can't score. Man can't score. Boy, fluff. Bro, hold on. We've just sold Nicholas Anelka and you bought this. You bought this for Nicholas Anelka. Nah, fam. Nah.
Wow, that's blazing off, man.
I ain't having that, bro.
But you know what? Didn't they try to do that with Walcott?
He bossed up. Walcott was never going to do it, bruv. He's about 3 stone wet. He was never going to cut it, bruv. He was never going to play it down the middle, never in a month of Sunday. No chance. No chance. No chance. Never happening. Never happening. Never happening. Never happening. You know what I mean? But I won't knock his Arsenal career. I won't knock his Arsenal career because he scored over 100 goals for Arsenal. You know what I mean? So I'll give him that.
Yeah, man.
I didn't realise that Pogba played on the left at Juventus.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah. Left side of midfielder.
He left of the 3 in it. Is it left of the 3?
Left of the 3.
Left of the 3.
Which is different?
Pogba, such and such, and Vidal.
But Anthony,
so where does he play?
That's
Raj, where does he play for Man U?
Oh, bro, where
centre mid or DM.
But the thing is,
and he can't. Paul Pogba's not a DM. You see, again, that's searching for Vieira. He ain't gonna do that.
He ain't doing that. But the thing is, Anthony, the reality show is that Pirlo. You gotta look at it, guys. Yeah. Also, when you're next to players like Pirlo, yeah, but don't lose the ball. They receive the ball in stupid spaces, and they keep the ball. As much as I sometimes cuss off Jorginho, yeah, he's the sort of guy who you think, how is he controlling the game? They just control the tail. You know what I'm saying? You're thinking, what do you do, blood? Like,
I think what it is, dog. Pirlo was one of the players that he never tried to do above his means. Pirlo wasn't running for no one. You know what I'm saying? Pirlo, just one of them guys. He had the vision here to be able to see things before. So even before the ball comes to him, man already knows what he's doing.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? He's already seen this guy got one down there. All this kind of thing. And his passing was like, I still don't think there's been anybody who's passing as good as Pirlo since him.
He's got a range of passing. He's got a range. He can go long. He can go short, and that's what he had over.
He knew what his strengths were, and he never tried to like say, you know what, I've got the ball. Let me try dribble, forward with it. Or he knew what his strengths were, and he worked his craft. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what it comes down to as well. Some players you just got to understand. Okay, this is what I'm good at. Don't try and do more than that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, here's one, Marcus. Then, yeah, guys, let me put this out because we're coming down nicely. Listen, which one would you have? You talk about Pirlo, how much you guys were amazed by Pirlo, how great it was. Would you have Pirlo or Xavi?
2 different players.
Xavi.
2 different players.
All day.
Xavi Hernandez.
All day.
It's 2 different players for me.
Don't get me wrong. Andreas Pirlo. I remember him coming up, Raj. I remember him in Inter. He's the new golden boy at Inter. He never got the block through. And then he left and he went to wherever he went to. And he went to Milan and he was going on with things. Won Champions League with Milan. Then Milan didn't give him a contract.
And he went to
Juventus for. We'll have some of that. And he went to Juventus. So, as a baller, he was a top baller, but Xavi Hernandez, bro.
I can't make the call, man, because I think the way they play was
brilliant players, but if I had to if I'm in a position and I have to choose one, I'm gonna go with Xavi. But Pirlo, don't get it twisted. Pirlo's still that 9.5 out of 10 for me. Don't get it twisted.
It's good, but the thing is,
he's still that guy.
But the thing is, guys, how many like I said, midfielders that literally like what would you call regulators of the midfield? Where you're thinking, what are you doing? But they just keep the thing ticking. I think Liverpool's Thiago is a similar sort of player. They keep things ticking and they keep things moving. I think
there's a number of players just like that where they're not the fastest players. They haven't got great dribbling ability, but there's something about them. You see players like Toni Kroos doing the same kind of job. You can ping that ball about all over the place.
Man.
You know, there's players out there, and again, they know their strengths in, and they play to it. You ain't gonna see Tony Cruz trying to go on like he's a striker. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They play within the ability, and I think that's the type of player that England does not produce as well, guys. England does not produce midfielders like that. Name me a centre midfielder that does that England has produced, that controls the tempo of the game. That's the key thing why I don't even think England done. Yo.
Rog, I'd love to answer the question, but I don't really give a two hoots about 3 lines on the ship. So don't ask me an idiot question.
But the thing is, for me, that's what Man United is missing. To Man,
but I know what you mean, though. England, like we was having a debate the other day. The problem, as it says, I think people give the term world class thing. It's 5-0. Harry Kane.
Oh, stop that, bro.
Not even an hour been played, 54 minutes.
Oh, Lampard sacked in the morning. Oh, my goodness sake.
End of the season,
we're going to hear all that Harry Kane talk now. All that Harry Kane crap. Harry Kane, all this Harry bloody Kane. Everton have made. This is the same Tottenham that lost to Borough last week. And you're getting 5. You're getting 5.
Bro,
Lampard, bro, you're tarnishing your name managing that club, bro. I'm telling you straight.
Yo, it's a bit of a shocker, man. I tell you what, man. Oh, gee whiz, it is absolutely a shocker. But you know, it's the way it goes, guys. Anyway, so yeah. But just to close off on, guys. Anyway, so yeah, what I've been seeing now, there's 2. Marcel, we do talk about like the foreign leagues, which are absolutely heating up right now. Still, yeah. Serie A. I don't know if you guys, I know Anthony keeps a corner eye. You know what I'm saying? Serie A is absolutely pure confusion right now still, yeah? Absolutely confusion because Milan's just gone messed up the game and gone beat Napoli. And it's
Napoli at the top of the league?
Nah.
Inter. But now Milan's top now, isn't it? Is Milan top now?
No, Milan's top.
Yeah, man. The other day before Napoli went top.
Napoli went up, but
they lost, didn't it?
But lost.
Milan beat them. Milan beat them.
Oh, okay.
Bro, I think how many games is it? About 10, 11 games to go or something like that?
Yeah, about 10 games, yeah.
Juventus, bro.
You think?
I don't. I'm a Juventus fan.
Yeah.
Back in the day, so, but you know Juventus, bro. The Allegri's back. The original manager is back, and they've gone on a run. They're just going after. They're just thumping down everything in front of them.
Bro, I just saw Zlatan come on the pitch, man. You know, man's gonna finish off his career nice. You know, bro, it's getting that Scudetto.
Yeah. Don't forget. I forgot about Zlatan. I keep forgetting Zlatan's there.
Imagine.
But I like the look of Milan. I like the look. Even though some games I think, how did they get a clean sheet, bro? Because they look a bit suspect, but I think another thing is going to improve. The geezer who's at Chelsea, Timore.
The centre back. Bro,
yes.
He's sick, bro. He's sick. Bro, I saw that.
Is he on loan?
Ages ago. I saw that from ages
ago. It's permanent deal now.
Permanent deal now.
No, it's permanent. It's permanent. But I hope that we can buy him back one day. He's sick, bro.
They didn't close it. You didn't close it.
Nah, we didn't.
You didn't close it.
Wow.
All right, then. I got a question for Marcel. Marcel, as a Chelsea fan,
yeah.
Do you think it was great business breaking Chelsea's record to bring back Ram, or should you have kept Tammy?
Honestly, I thought it was right to break the record to get Kaku back because of how he was going on at Inter. And I thought to myself,
got sucked in again by the league team.
But obviously, the only difference was that I know Romelu has been in the Premiership.
Yes, and he's banged off. That's right.
He's played for West Brom. He knows the boss off in the Prem. So I was like, get him, come back. We're settled, bro. That's it. Literally, bro, when we bought him, I said, bro, we've won the league. That's how it was going on. I was telling everyone. But you know what? Although time is good, I think he needed to go away because now he's improving his game even more at Roma. By the time he comes back, whether it's at Chelsea or somewhere else, he's going to be way better, bro. But he's got time. He's got time to go.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think Tammy, great player, but I think there was just something missing about him to really make him kick off in the Prem. And I feel he needed to work, just kind of like sharpen his edges a bit.
His percentages, Marcus, he misses, even in Italy now, he misses some easy chances, and when he scores some madness, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And that's what he's got to get out of his game, to be a vicious striker. And you have to say, for Inter Milan, La Coco and was going on some. He was just punishing people. Absolutely. He was absolutely. I was gobsmacked. I was thinking, what on earth?
Couldn't deal with the strength.
Yeah, power and pace.
Yeah, they didn't have a striker like him in the league, man.
Nobody. That's why, and that's remember, Raj. Remember me? You had this conversation. I'm saying, why on earth have Inter gone out and bought Dzeko to be Lukaku's replacement? Absolute pathetic. Pathetic. At least buy somebody black.
Zapata, you got Zapata, Atalanta. That would have been the move because he's serious. He's serious.
Zapata to Inter would have been frightening.
And then Atalanta's got another. Atalanta's got another black guy that's coming through as well.
Who gives it a B in it?
B, yeah. I
seen him the other day.
Yeah, bro, licked the shot, bro. But anyway, so we're getting too excited about Italian football. But also, what do you think about Milan's got a new black goalkeeper? You know what I mean, coming through.
Going on with feet. Nobody's talked about it.
I know.
Talk about it.
Yeah.
And then you brought it up now, bro.
It's decent, you know. It's decent.
There's only a couple of goalies, we're starting to get it through now, bro. We're starting to.
I mean, look at Mendy, bro. Mendy came out of nowhere.
Oh, sorry, guys. We have to. Marcel has to answer the question. What happened with Mendy getting subbed off, bro? Come on, man. How was he feeling, bro? How is he feeling that your man of a match was getting subbed off for penalty? How did he feel as a Chelsea fan? Let's explain, because we obviously Marcus explained his emotion from a Liverpool perspective. How was the emotion seeing Mendy come off the pitch after making the saves that he's done?
Brother, I can't understand why he took Mendy off, bro. And the thing is, if man were really thinking about it, man just got back from the African Cup of Nations. Man saved penalties, bro. Over there doing. Yeah. And I think Jamie Carragher said it, psychologically he's supposed to do something to the other team, like, they're bringing on their best goalkeeper who can save penalties. Brother, a man saved not one of them, bro. Not one flip of penalty.
That's a myth.
Mendy would have saved at least one. But then, what can you say? It is what it is. We lost. Liverpool won the trophy, fair dues. But I just wish he kept Mendy on. I do wish.
Personally, bruv, I just think white boy Tuchel is giving his white boy a chance. That's all I thought. Jan, I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm going to talk the team. Because at the end of the day, bruv, why? Like he says, bruv, who's subbing after goal? He's the number one. He's just won you the World Club Championship. He's just flipping won you the African Cup of Nations. What are you taking him off for? He's won you the European Cup. What are you taking him off for?
But Anthony, it's a black goalkeeper myth.
With goalkeepers, it's not like bringing on, like, for example, a striker to take a penalty or like that, where all they got to do is kick. Keeper needs to be warmed up.
Yeah, he needs to be warmed up, ready.
All that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Mendy had been doing some crazy saves during the game. His confidence is already high. Do you know what I'm saying? Man's already exercised for the whole thing. He's good to go. You bring on this guy, he's done a couple little jogs on the side, right? His limbs ain't even warmed up to the game, nothing.
Couple of stretches.
Them man are ready to bang shots, and you think your guy's going to be like fully ready to dive left, right, and centre. Chelsea got blinded the first time they did that with my man, you know?
Yeah.
That's what suits him. But you know what? Marcel seems to know his character, but serve them right anyway. Geezer refused to come off the pitch. To come off the pitch with Sarri. Good.
Yeah.
That was what was in my head.
That
day, the guy would never play for Chelsea again. I don't care if it's the manager. I don't care if it's Roman. That day, the disrespect. You're not playing for Chelsea ever again.
He needed to go. I'm not even gonna lie. He needed to.
I'm surprised that he's still there, to be honest.
Yeah, because I can't sell him. You spent so much money on him.
Newcastle after him.
In Newcastle.
I think it's a great move for him, I do.
Let them take him, man.
He's going to start seeing some big ballers at Newcastle soon, so it'll be all right, man.
Yeah.
Marcel, I need to ask this year, right? Did you feel like Kepa took the penalty almost like he didn't care?
brother.
His whole body posture when he was kicking it was like saying,
"That's a goal kick, bro."
He's taking a goal kick.
You know what's mad? I knew he was gonna miss it because of the way he was running off. I'm saying, bro, he's gonna put his legs exactly what he did, bro. He didn't even go. His second just went straight off. I'm saying, what's wrong with this shit, bro?
Goal kick, bro. He thought he was taking a goal kick. Fam. I'm telling you. It was not no penalty. That was never a penalty. The Liverpool geezer showed you had to take a penalty.
Yeah, man. That was
Liverpool's goalie's penalty was better than what's that centre half? Kanote?
Yeah.
That's the penalty. That's the penalty Kepa should have saved.
Yeah.
That penalty there.
Yeah.
Kanote, because I'm sure we got some big hand to it, and it's still winning.
Still winning,
bro. His hand's not strong enough.
That was a shocking penalty, and I'm kind of glad because you know. What it's like on this group, we pray for all the black penalty takers, you know what I mean? No matter what club we play for, we pray for them. We're praying for the black penalty takers, you know,
Bob, that day, yeah, man.
All black fans.
Liverpool versus Chelsea, Bob.
When you
every black Chelsea player that came on, I was praying for him. Opposition or not.
Every black player took a penalty. I'm saying, God, please don't make him miss.
Yeah, man.
Please don't make him miss. Please don't make him miss.
All right, guys. One more question, guys. One more question to close off with. Something I want to ask, yeah. Right, Reece James or Trent Arnold?
I'm going to be honest, yeah?
I'm going
to be honest. And listen, man, I'm not being biased because I've really thought about this. Reece James.
My bridging, you know. Reece is my bridging.
Every single time, Reece James. I'm not. And you know what? Listen, Arnold is an incredible player, bro. And they're close. It's not like there's a big gap. But I would choose Reece James every single time, every time.
Can I, as a neutral here, because Liverpool, Chelsea, as a neutral, I'm going with Reece James for his defensive ability.
Yeah, 100%.
Over Trent, because Trent cannot defend. I don't want to hear nobody coming with no argument talking about Trent Arnold can defend, because I'm just going to say, go back to Cardiff, Liverpool at Anfield, my bridging, Nathaniel Mendes-Lang, add Arnold with toast, marmalade, jam and Marmite all on one. Killed him. Killed him. It was so bad. Ray Houghton was on Talk Sport the day after and says, bro, I've never seen someone take Trent Arnold to the races like Nathaniel Mendes-Lang did last night. Wow. Go and watch the game if you want to, but bro, but for undefensive, but going forward now, it's got to be the Trent. But, don't get me wrong, you know, Reece James. But
Reece James, bro.
You see his goal the other day?
Bro.
Defenders ain't supposed to score like that. Left backs ain't supposed to score goals like that from a fullback, unless you're Brazilian.
Exactly. He's going on like a Cafu. The only thing that Trent has...
he's got no manners.
Trent has one thing...
because he must have busted the man about 3 times in the box before he scored. Yeah. Whoop, 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 bam.
But
bam. So I understand where Marx said it's close, but I mean he's good. But Trent Arnold, some of his balls,
it's incredible. I think it's better.
So it's a great question, but I would go. I'm a neutral, but I'm going with Reece James.
Reece James,
just for his, okay. I think he's more accomplished defending, and me, I'm old school. Your job, your first priority is to defend. You're a defender. You're a defender. I don't 100%. Want to hear about your assists and this and that. No, you want to assist, be a winger.
That's why
be a winger, bro. That's why I don't have all these geezers. Oh, the modern, the best fullback in the bro. Can you defend? No, you're not a defender then.
Yeah, man.
Defenders, that's your priority. I remember when old defenders used to talk. What do you look for? Clean sheets. That's my thing. Clean sheets. Man thinks I've earned my stripes today. I've earned my wage. Why do you say that? Kept a clean sheet. Listen to Lee Dixon and all them man talk about when they used to be arms up and that. All in the sleep, man.
Yeah, man.
Putting up his arm and that because Graham had them doing that things in the sleep and that. But defenders, those defenders defended. Maldini's, Baresi's, they defended. It was all about defending. It wasn't about scoring goals. And that's where I find the difference is nowadays. They're all about assists and scoring. And there's no defense. That's why I love my brethren, never disrespect him. Don't care. Ashley Cole, never disrespect him.
Are you mad? Ashley Cole,
I would never disrespect that youth, because you see that youth there, that could defend.
Yeah, facts.
He used to have Ronaldo in his pocket every game, every time,
bro.
Or whoever he played for, he had him in his pocket.
Yeah,
man.
Facts. Facts.
Apart from Ronaldo, but anyway, Marcus, what you saying? Because obviously you sound like you're going Trent.
No, I'm saying Trent. But I need to explain a few bits. So I'm not saying Trent because I'm a Liverpool fan. And on top of that, I'm going to agree with what Anne said here, because for me, first and foremost, I want my defenders to defend. Yeah, right? 100%. I want my defenders to defend. When I play Pro Evolution, I want my side backs to have like 84 defense, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Them ones, bro. Them ones, bro.
But the thing is, this is the reason I'm going for Trent. It's the only reason I'm going for Trent. I think Reece, in terms of as his athletic ability and footballing ability, I think he's the better player. The reason I'm going for Trent is because I'm looking at Liverpool's team. I'm looking at our back four, right? And especially now we've got that Konate guy in there playing alongside Van Dijk, Robertson left back here. I feel we have a solid defence now. So with that solid defence, I think it allows Trent a bit of leeway in terms of what he needs to do. Do you know what I'm saying? And when you're looking like that, I think, in terms of what he'll give the team, and in terms of goals and assists, we'll get more out of that from him than we would from Reece. Because I think he'll provide more goals. We know that already. Yeah. And he's also scoring goals like during play as well as the free kicks.
Yeah, man.
So I'm looking more, even though I'm saying that generally I want my defenders to defend. I think just in terms of where Liverpool are at with the defence right now, and what we need to win the title, I think Trent gives us that bit. And that's the only reason I'll go for Trent. But I think if you see, for example, you say to me, who is the best defender, I'm going to go with Reece. Do you know what I'm saying? Definitely, 100%. So
you're talking from a Liverpool perspective. You were talking from a Liverpool perspective.
So I'm just looking more in terms of, like I said, from not so much as a Liverpool fan, but more as a place of looking at how the defence is and what Liverpool can afford to do. Yeah. And, you know what I'm saying? It gives them the leeway. If Liverpool weak defence, like when Van Dijk was there, and then we had like Henderson playing CB, and then Trent was still doing that business. We're in trouble, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
But right now, he can do that. Do you know what I'm saying? Because Van Dijk's always there. Konate is always there. Do you know what I'm saying? And Robertson, he does a lot more running back than Trent does as well. So I think we can afford to allow him to get away with certain things. I mean, even to the sense, I would go to the same thing of saying that even if we had someone like Wan-Bissaka there, we could allow him to run up and down and do whatever, because we still had those three guys doing whatever. But like I said, Trent provides that extra in attack in terms of the assists and stuff. Half the goals that Salah's got has come from those Trent passes coming in. Do you know what I'm saying? So
he gives this.
That's the reason I'll go for him.
He gives.
So would you
go on?
Would you choose Arnold over Reece James in the England squad?
No.
Okay.
Because England play a very different game here, right? And I don't trust any. I mean, England's defense consists of Maguire. That's enough for me.
Man, yo, you have to show it.
I need everybody to defend, bro.
Yo, boy, man, to go there, The man had to go. Listen, man, they got the short.
It is right. It is right.
It's because they got Stones, Maguire, and who's the other one? I don't know what they're putting in defence anyway.
It's only Stones in that defence that can do a job, bro.
Yeah,
it's only Stones. You got Shaw, you got Maguire, and then you got Trent over there. You've only got one defender.
They got Walker to run back and cover for the pace, and that's what they're doing it. You know what I mean? And then they have whoever on the right anyway. So but okay, that's good.
But just to quickly touch on what Anne said as well. Ashley Cole, best left back. Since Roberto
Carlos,
any left backs.
Since Roberto Carlos,
no, but I think he's better than Carlos.
No, it's not better than Carlos.
Wait, you're saying that you want him to defend you, but defensively,
Ashley, bruv, I'm with Marcus.
Sorry.
I'm with Marcel.
Carlos wasn't great defending. He weren't, bruv. He weren't, because I remember what Figo used to do to him.
He was good at bombing up the wing, but he was not a good defender.
We lost Ante for 2 seconds. He lost his video. It was but like for me, sorry, I'm a Carlos. I'm a Carlos man. I'm myself.
Well, okay. Tell me what Carlos does here, right? That makes him a better defender than Ashley Cole.
He can defend, you know.
I was thinking, when I come to your eyes, I might just call it Uber.
You know what I'm saying? So, I don't think Anthony realizes on the system. That's better. I don't think he's doing his Uber thing. But now, I think that, to be honest, guys, you know, I've seen Roberto Carlos handle mans like Beckham and all them guys in the games when we played with Real Madrid, and he does just more than a decent job. But the problem is, what he does attacking wise is ridiculous. He uses his pace better than how Arnold uses his pace defensively. You know what I'm saying?
Arnold hasn't really got pace. Carlos had ridiculous pace, and that's what I'm saying. Carlos.
Oh, once again, Anti get excited. Once again, Anti, switch on your mic. Yeah.
Carlos had pace here, to get up and down the wing, but as a defender, he was not better than Ashley Cole.
He wasn't better than Ashley Cole as defender.
But the thing is, he just he gave more. But me personally, if I had a choice between two, remember when we picked the best black team ever? We had to go with Roberto Carlos.
But I know why you're going with Roberto Carlos, but like I said, even if you remember when we was picking the black teams, that says you can pick two teams. It depends what type of game
you got to play. Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
Right. I'm saying if we're playing against a team and they got great luck, as Ronaldo's, Ashley Cole's getting the job. Ashley Cole is getting the job.
Nah, fair.
Oh, yo, and Coy.
I hear it.
And that's what I'm saying. So it's like right backs. Do you think Cafu was the best in the world? No. Going forward, he was frightening.
Yeah.
Defensively, I didn't rate him that great.
But Brazil had that triangle though. They had Donga and the two centre backs. Walter Samuels.
You know what it was?
And they had that triangle, that solid triangle, and they literally Donga just cleaned up all the mess. The most unfashionable Brazilian did the job. You know what I'm saying? Did 100% the job, man.
I think that's who Fred modelled his game on.
Donga, more like Dong. He's watching one track, bro.
Roberto Carlos had those mad free kicks though, and so I feel like as a complete footballer, I feel like Carlos had more in the bag than Ashley Cole.
Listen, do you realise stat-wise, Roberto Carlos scored like 1 in every 15 free kicks. He didn't score free kicks regularly.
Really?
That one free kick he did in the World Cup year, which was mad, is what made people think that he was a good free kick taker.
Marcus,
it was a World Cup.
That one free kick here made people think that he was a heavy at free kicks. The guy scored maybe 1 in every 15, 20 free kicks.
Fair enough.
But Marcus,
Ronaldo, really, if you check it.
When
he was at Man U, he scored a lot of free kicks, but after that, he's free kicks.
Dead it off.
You know what I mean? So it's like the only person who was really accurate free kicks. Obviously, Beckham was different gravy.
Roberto Baggio and Zola was going on to Zola and Baggio was when there was at Parma versus Baggio at Juventus. There was a season, Anthony, I don't know if you remember, there was literally free kick on the edge of the box, and these guys were taking them like penalties. Top bins every single time. Every time it's like white.
That's the top bins.
And what they used to do in Italy, they used to have a tool on the TV which would measure how close the wall was, and it would come like 8 meters, like right up there. They move forward, and they're still top bins.
Got it up and down.
It's just ridiculous. Them guys were. But listen, guys, we gotta close off today's show because we could talk football all day long. Marcel, nothing but love and thanks for coming through with the Chelsea colours. Next time you can calm down on them and
Rod,
go. What do you say?
Rod, quickly though, I need a list of that World 11 black team that you did.
Oh yeah. I've seen it over to you. Yeah.
Because if Drogba's not on that team, bro, somewhere, I'm gonna have an issue. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think he was,
bro.
I don't think he was.
He wasn't. Yeah, because don't forget, you're talking about.
You gotta remember who's in that team.
Who else? Who else after? Ronaldo. The original R9.
That's R9.
Say less. I'm wrong.
George Weah.
I'm wrong. Say less. I'm wrong.
You say Bio, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry. Forgive me.
That's how scary people.
You know what, Raj?
Yeah.
I remember you told me, and this Chelsea, we're going to put this Chelsea fan on. You know what I mean? I said, bro, I have to say, Marcel, as a Chelsea fan, it's been very refreshing to talk to, because normally I can't listen to Chelsea fans because they just waffle some.
Oh, it's gone. He's gone.
Man's giving him a big up, and he's got too nice for the big up. Too nice. Yo, don't come back on here yet. Don't come back on here, man. Man's giving you the big up, and you just cocked it up. Rog, transfer his Rockstone, send him off with Mellow and Skipper. On a level.
Yeah.
On a level, though.
Yeah.
On a level. I know some Chelsea fans, brethren. I'm within 10 minutes. I want to fight them.
Yeah. They're deluded.
Because they're just deluded and they just talk that nonsense. But he seems like a very... He talks football.
Yeah. Football talk like a man.
He's a Chelsea fan, but he talks football. Like Marcus. Marcus supports Liverpool, but he talks football. You're a Man United fan. You're still a Man United fan. So you ain't got anything else. But everybody else, they know that. Marcus is a Liverpool fan, but he'll talk truthfully. You know, and as a Chelsea fan, he seemed that it could come across like that. It checks sense, man. You know what I mean? So that's good. That's good for the group, for the mixed chat. Where's the ref? It's in the ref for ages. What's going on?
You don't forget his brother. He had a bereavement, bro. Bereavement. Bereavement. We've been sending out a prayers over to Lance, man. You know what I'm saying? He's getting back on his feet and everything still, you know what I mean? And whatsoever, man. But listen, guys, thanks for jumping in, man. It's a great show today. Oh, my, that's flying out some good questions there, man. Anyway, still, and very interesting the outcomes, anyway.
Excuse me, Rod, can I just say?
Go on.
Off air, I was talking to Marcus. How comes we didn't get no special like that where it's just all geared to Liverpool or Arsenal? And how comes we didn't get no special like that?
You know what? I'm gonna get one of the ladies. I'm gonna get Jade, because Jade usually comes and does a show on a Monday, and she's an Arsenal fan, So what we do, you know what I'm saying?
Can I get a special guest slot on there?
You know what I'm saying? So Jade, daddy's a Chelsea fan and the mom's an Arsenal fan. You know what I'm saying? I know, bro. I know.
Bro, the mom's an Arsenal fan, the dad's a Chelsea. That man must have got some ripping for years. I'm
trying to get my guy on there, and he's a Tottenham fan, because I want to see you two go at it, man.
Yeah, man, bring him on.
Man.
What's his name?
Jonathan.
Oh, Roller. Yeah, Roller.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
How old is he?
Same age, bro.
Oh, yeah, so he hasn't seen his team win the league then.
This is how it's
the first thing. You see, that's the first joke. How old are you again, Jonathan? Oh, I'm 37. So you haven't seen Tottenham win the league then, have you?
No. No. Nah, straight up no. But listen, guys,
you know what I mean?
we just watching Tottenham win 5-0, so he must be smiling right now anyway still, you know what I'm saying? So this is how we do it, man. But listen, guys,
Frank Lampard must be pulling out his hair, bro, seriously.
Bro, he don't know what he's getting involved with. Ooh.
I would never, bro, I'm telling you, I would never have gone to Everton if I was Frank Lampard. I don't, there's something about Everton, man, I just don't. I'm surprised that my man's still there, Richarlison.
Yeah. No, he's just waiting for somebody to pick him off, man. When somebody comes, he goes.
Bro, if you remember, Everton turned down 80 million from Barca for him, you know.
No.
Don't forget.
I'll be screwed,
Don't forget, they turned out 80 million from Barcelona for
if they go down, he'll be gone, because they'll have to sell.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna. I think Norwich are gonna spare them that blush.
Yeah. They're not going there.
Norwich, Watford.
And Brentford.
No, I don't think Brentford are down. I think Eriksen and Ivan Toney are going to go on with things.
Burnley then.
Burnley or Everton.
All right. We're getting there closer, man. Yeah. But listen, guys, let's done this, man. We have to go home, man. Yeah. Listen, guys, thanks for listening. We got over time, thanks to the great conversations that we had today, man. Nothing but love. DJ Marx, Anthony Young, and big up to Marcel White for jumping in today.
Respect.
Thanks for watching this content. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also listen to Affinity Xtra 24/7 at affinityextra.com. Don't forget to follow us as well on all social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at /Affinity Extra. If you wish to support us, or if you want supporting as an artist, go to our Patreon, which is patreon.com /Affinity Extra, and don't forget to be